Ladies, good morning and welcome to the Real Women's Fashion Show, which is going to start in a few minutes. We've just got you on the Facebook Live early so that we can double check that this is actually streaming properly. So we're going to start the event with a minute silence because this is going to run through the traditional 11 o'clock silence that we all remember on every Sunday. So Georgie's just given me the thumbs up that we're ready to go live. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to go for Abdonna, enjoy the ride. Have a fabulous
Ladies' Day. It's been a while. We're going to do our minute silence before we start the fashion show because we will be running through at 11 o'clock. But before I do that, I just have to do a bit of housekeeping about exits, okay? Exit over there. If you go through the doors past the loos, there's a fire escape there. And obviously we can exit through the main doors, but we have actually just turned the lock on those because it's Remembrance Sunday. We don't want people wandering off the streets thinking they get a cup of tea. So that door is locked, but it's very simple just to unlock it. So I think that if you don't mind, we're just going to have our minute silence now. I'm going to turn off the mic so that you don't hear me breathing. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies, I heard on the radio earlier this week that the minute's silence is the loudest sound you will ever hear in this country, which I think is a very apt way of putting it. Right, specs down so I can see because I can't quite do this off pat anymore. So the last Ladies' Day was in 2019, and since then, life at Artichoke has changed considerably. For those of us who didn't know you then, we did 3 of these fashion shows a week. We were considerably fitter, and it's the explanation that both Donna and I offer for all the weight that we put on during lockdown. Many women all over the country have very kindly told us that we kept them entertained when we were all told to stay at home. And I always reply that doing the weekly videos is actually what kept me sane. And as Donna and I were used to chatting about absolutely nothing in front of a live audience, it was easy to transfer these skills to a virtual one. One of the things that I look forward to was my weekly email from the online magazine Annabelle and Grace, which many of you are also familiar with. It was through there that we met our lovely friend Ariane Poole, who has helped us so much just looking the best that we can. And we're very lucky to have Annabelle with us today. You stand up, Annabelle, so everybody can see who you are. So thank you. She is here in a private capacity, but I'm sure that many of you will want to catch up with her and have a chat. I suggest you do it this morning, because bless her, she's been up since 5:30 to get here today, so she's going to disappear early. Talking about Ariane, the last time that many of you would have seen Ariane was in the summer, when we were privileged to have her here for a cosmetics day. Since then, you may not possibly know that she was diagnosed very soon afterwards with pancreatic cancer. She has had a successful operation and she started her chemo this week. But it makes it very pertinent that the charity that we have chosen to support this year, and indeed for today, is the Swaffham Litcham Home Hospice. And we know, all of us who live locally, what an amazing job they do. As well as the raffle money, a percentage of the ticket money that you have all generously given, we will be giving 10% of what we sell today to the hospice. So ladies, I am sure that you will do your duty and shop till you drop. We don't want to see any of you in that shop for the next 3 weeks. Spend your cash today. Our models today are all customers, and we're very grateful that they have given us, sorry, I haven't got a page turn on, I used to be able to remember this, but I don't anymore. Very grateful they've given up their day to join us, and just as they did back in the day with Miss World, as we go through the fashion show, we're going to have a quick chat with them, so that they can tell you a bit about themselves. So we're going to kick off with Karen, please. A big round of applause for the models as they come through. So they're doing the 12 for camera as well as for you. So I'm just going to ask Karen to stand next to me, because she's our first interviewee, and she's going to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Karen Short, and I live in Southampton.
What is Karen?
Shopping, clothes and makeup, handbags and shoes, and I'm a peaceful player and
a lot of tennis, which is why you're hobbling the shoes. So yeah, this is Karen. She's a lovely local customer, and we're just going to whistle through what she's wearing. She's just taken off her lovely black belt, gold buckle belt, which is £24. Everything that the models are wearing, ladies, you will find here today, okay? And this is the Zoe handbag. Lovely gold handbag. I think that is, I haven't got a price on that one, £30. So this is a great clutch for the evening. I'm going to grasp that. This is one of our famous coaster girls. If you don't have 3 already, you should. We have lots and lots of different colours. They're really, really smart. They're very, very comfy, and once they're very ancient, you can downgrade them to dressing gowns. And underneath, we have this the coatigan is £60. Underneath, we have this fabulous dress from K Design. I'm going to give this to Stina, who's going to be clothes carrier. There you are, and the belt. This K Design is the black print dress. Now, Karen always looks fab in everything from K Design, so she could afford any of them. If you want to wander back, do 12, darling, that would be fab. It's a black print midi, it's £80. It's available, I think, from extra small to extra large, which goes from about a 10 through to about an 18. The thing about K-Design dresses, although they are 100% polyester, and everybody has a slight hissing fit with this, they're incredibly easy to wear. You're not sweaty Betty in them. We wear them in the summer. And they're also impregnated with a chemical, which is slightly too much information possibly, but it means that if you do perspire slightly, you don't have to wash them all the time. The chemical kills the bacteria. They're also very squishy, so so that when we did fashion shows, Donna and I carried Artichoke design dresses around in carrier bags, so they're fab dresses. The next model is Linda, and she is wearing our circle print jersey dress from Sakana, which is £75, and she's teamed this up with the Teal Michaela. This handbag is named after one of the models that you'll see slightly later in the fashion show. We name most of our clothes after customers and ladies that we work with, really so that we can actually work out what we're doing when people ring us up and ask for them on the website, because we never remember the names. Actually, Linda is the person who pops everything on the website. So she's always busy. It's not actually her day job. She does this because I cry every season. And Linda and I have been friends since we met on the maternity ward in the QE 26 years ago. So so Linda's one of our lovely friends and part of the Artichoke team as well. And she's just going to wander back through the tables so that it gives you a chance to see this lovely dress. Sakana's one of our favourite brands. It's a Spanish brand, which means the only downside with this is that they are quite small. So if you have to go up a size or two, do not kill yourselves. It's the clothes, it's not you. And here is the gorgeous Anne. So Anne and I have known each other for a very, very, very long time, and she is my mentor. So I do actually occasionally have time for a bit of a hobby, and I love flower arranging. And my friend Rosie over here was selected, because she's a good girl, to do the flowers at the cathedral, and Anne said that I could do, this is the first time I ever went to the cathedral, I could do a little arrangement next to hers. Well, she ripped it all out and told me to do it properly. She has borne with me over the past many years, and I have finally been promoted to the flower list at Litcham Cathedral. Ladies, I can assure you there is no more dizzying heights than that, because the Queen of Flowers goes to church there. So anyway, Anne's disappeared before I talk about her dress. She needs to come back again. This is the black midi dress. She's also got the wrong belt on, which is why I should sack her. Is it too small? Is it too small? And she's got her sucking pants on as well. Right, so this is the black midi. It's £106. The reason I love it is because of the Duchess of Windsor neckline, and it's very tall. So obviously, ladies, if you're slightly smaller, the dress consequently will be slightly longer too. And again, Anne looks fabulous with all the K-design dresses, so you will be seeing her in another one. And she loves a little bit of colour, so she's matched up her poppy with this lovely red Libby handbag. That's great. Thank you so much, Anne. Right, so this is the bit where I talk about our philosophy at Artichoke, and hopefully this will show you that our clothes are made for real women rather than teenagers or supermodels. So, ladies, if your stomach is still, one or two of you have this before, but not for a while. If your stomach is still flat enough to be displayed in public, then you need to leave now. Because Artichoke is not for you. It is, however, for those of us who have struggled for quite a while now to try and get our bottoms into hipster jeans, and even if we manage this great feat, still have a remarkable resemblance to Bob, the very famous builder. Thank God high waists are coming back. We do, however, object to being popped into crimpling shrouds. So, we love and actually taking a more positive view to our plight. We just have to remember that Coco Chanel said that fashion fades, but style remains. And style is what we're all about, ladies. So with that, I'm going to welcome our next model, who is the lovely Ellie. Now, unfortunately, our petite model, Mel, has got COVID. So Ellie agreed to stand in at the last minute. Clearly, she's about 100 years younger than the rest of us. So she's really dressed this dress down. It's very obvious how you could wear it to a do. But we've teamed it up with these great Chelsea boots from Refresh, which are not here, they're in the shop. But we can go and grab a pair if you want us to. And this is cow neck dress, again from K Design. It's £90. Just put a little bit of bling on, no jewellery here, ladies, again, because it was just going to be too complicated, but there's loads in the shop, just to bring the neckline down, and then we've lightened it up with this little beige bag. If you want to wander back doing twirly, darling, that would be fab. Ellie's the newest member to the team. She joined us in June. Did you come, Ellie?
Yes, June, yeah.
Yeah, and she has an 18-month-old daughter called Addie. And before she had Addie, she was a manager at several of the local super drugs. So one or two of you may recognise her, but that's why her makeup always looks fabulous. So that's great. Thank you very much indeed, Ellie. And can we have our next model, who is Alison? This is probably one of my favourite dresses this season. It is called the Floral Print Midi. It's been very, very popular, so unfortunately we've sold out of some sizes. And I'm not completely sure that we can restock, but it's a great colour, Alison. The great thing about this is it's a partial shift, so you can undo it to here, and then there's a bit to stop it falling over your tongue, but then you can undo the front so that it splits. So it's a traditional shift shape, but we've got the flash of pink at the bottom of the hem that we come. So again, that brings the eye down and really, really elongates you. It's a stunning, stunning dress, and looks gorgeous with the fuchsia, Isabel. So thank you very much indeed, Alison. And now we have Michaela. We're doing this fashion show back to front. We're doing all the frogs first, but that's because I don't really know why. So we just decided to do the frogs first. So this is the Art Deco dress from K Design. Again, another shift, but it's sewed down the middle. Very, very easy to wear. And I love this dress because it's got a really nice sort of homage to Ralph Lauren print. And Michaela has teamed it up with her handbag. So this is the Michaela after whom all the handbags are named. And if you just want to wander down and do your little twirly thing, then all the ladies can see your dress. We've got no sizes left in this. When I planned the fashion show, we had more dresses than we have at the moment. We've had a bit of a flurry this week. Oh, and I need to talk about my dress, which is gorgeous. It's another K Design dress. It's called the Rib Knit. It's got a lovely puff sleeve, which I need because I've got no shoulders. The sizing on this is 1, 2, 3, and amazingly I'm in a 1. So a 1 is probably a 12 to 14. It's not small. And then you just need to go up from that. So if you're 8 or a 10, I'm afraid you're going to forget it. It's not for small ladies. And it's just got this lovely button down here, which again takes the eye down. It's really comfortable to wear. This is the last one in size 1, so I'm not allowed to have it unless nobody else does. My size won't go in the sale. Can't remember how much it is, it's about 100 quid. Right, so style is all about being comfortable with what you're wearing. In other words, to look good goes, your clothes must suit your lifestyle. So whilst buying for Artichoke, we always try really, really hard to remember that most of us live out in the sticks. And although we always are tempted into buying one or two posh frocks, most of the collection is fairly casual and designed for country living. We aim to supply a good selection of clothes in size 12 to 20, however, you usually have items in stock from about 6 to 22. And although we all like a bargain, individuality is still incredibly important to us. And despite the fact that we still now have a very, very successful website, we still don't buy hundreds of repeats, which is very irritating if you want this dress, but it just means that you still keep that exclusivity. If you buy a case design dress from us today, unless you all come back to an Artichoke event like this, you really will be very unlucky if you bump into somebody else wearing exactly the same as you do. We really, really still work hard on stocking brands that are individual to independent shops. If they start selling to too many independent shops, we drop them, and we don't buy hundreds and hundreds of the same thing from them. It's still very much part of our ethos. Right, next to back to the models, and next we have Karen, who's coming in with this fab outfit. So Karen is wearing a K-Design faux suede coat. It's £112, and we've had another run on these, so I think we've got one run left. If you want this, you need to nab it. It's with the Beryl handbag here, the tan Beryl handbag. Over here is Gail, who's one of our fabulous models. She's not modelling today, but this bag is named after her mother, who was a very, very glamorous woman. And we've got the fedora hat, which is £39. The Beryl bag, I think, is £49. I'm going to grab the coat. Shall I grab the bag first? Isn't that Cecilia? Oh, look, stood in front of my model. How professional. There you are. And then, do you want to, are you going to be carrying that back every shot? Improvisation. Right. So, Karen is wearing a pair of 2021 jeans. As you all know, we are very famous for our jeans, and we are very, very rarely thwarted by not being by a woman, basically. We invariably can find a pair of jeans that you're happy with and that fit you. We stock Angelica Magic stretch jeans, which have been on the Lorraine show now, I think, 5 times. They are fabulous jeans. Everybody loves them. The only thing is they only come in a 27-inch leg in the summer and a 32-inch leg in the winter, and they just ignore everybody in between. And we've pleaded with this company for years to provide different leg lengths, but we gave up last year and we had our own jeans made. So these are not identical. They are marginally higher from the waist and they are marginally narrower in the leg. But they come in a 28, a 30 and a 32-inch leg. We haven't got every length and every colour here today, but we can grab them for you. Teamed up with this is our black signature roll neck. If you want to go back towards them, my love, and do your twirling. This is one of our signature roll necks. We've got these in lots of colours today. We actually stock a finer roll now, which is a cotton, 100% cotton, but they wouldn't stand the travelling. I know we're not going far, but we've hung everything on rails, so we can't hang it well on rails. So that's in the shop. These signature roll necks are here. They're a lovely weight, they're a viscose mix, they're 40 quid, so they won't break the bank. The jeans are £66, and Karen has got the gold buckle leather belt on. Fabulous outfit, you look lovely. We've got the fedora hat with leopard on it as well. Thank you very much indeed, Karen. And if we could turn Linda. So Linda is in my favourite jacket from Bariloche. You will see that those have got longer and they are slightly oversized. Now Linda has good shoulders, so she doesn't need the shoulder pads that are in there. But for those of us who don't, all the Bariloche jackets have a small shoulder padding which balances you out, but it also means that, and Linda's got a waist as well, but for those of us who haven't, because you're balanced at the shoulder and it's flared slightly at the bottom and it goes in at the waist, it gives you a beautiful shape as well. This jacket is £220. Bariloche is Spanish. Again, do not kill yourself if you have to go up 2 sizes, okay? You just keep trying them on till you get the one that fits you. You don't worry about what's in the label. Do you want to whistle that off me, darling, and give it to Celia? And then, are you going to carry it? Could you carry it? Right. So these are lead-ling jeans. Now, Linda normally wears magic stretch, but we just decided to pop her in a pair of these. She's thrilled to bits because she's gone down to a 10 in them, which is another reason why, ladies, you really should ignore labels. I think she's in an 18 jacket and a 10 pair of trousers. She's not an 18, she's not a 10. It's just what fits her. They're great because they're slightly higher waisted than the magic stretch, and Linda doesn't have a big bottom, do you? But you do have thighs. And that's why they look great on her. So there's a bit of space over her thighs, and then they narrow below the knees, so they elongate her legs. She's got it with one of our vests, our slip-over vests from Signature, which is £50. We also have this in navy, and you'll see that she is wearing her Annabelle shirt, as is Annabelle, as am I. These are gorgeous, gorgeous shirts. They have a puff sleeve detailing, lovely deep cuffs. Again, you might find you have to go up a size in them, but they are one of our favourites. And the Annabelle is part of the range of shirts that we've had made. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to replicate what we do with shirts, with jeans, with shirts, so that we've got 10 styles of jeans. We're trying to put together a range of shirts so that you will find the shirt that fits you, and then you don't have to go off message. You just refresh your collection with different patterns and cloths that we will produce each year. So basically, I'm a Tallulah. I just know that I can buy a Tallulah shirt, it will fit me, and I just buy the pattern and the cloth that I like. That's great. Thank you very much indeed, Linda. I forgot to mention her belt, which was the silver buckle belt. Here comes Anne, looking good in another K-design dress. This is the multi-print. It's exactly the same cut as the one you saw before, but it's just in a lighter, more everyday print. Again, the length will depend on your height, which is slightly obvious. Anne still has a waist, so we pop a belt on her. I probably wouldn't bother. So it looks fab without the belt. You don't have to worry about having to have something that goes in and out. So this dress is £101, and again we have I think that's the light beige Michaela, or is it the tan? I can't see that one. I think it's the tan Michaela, which is £72. That's great. Thank you very much indeed, Anne. Which will open after the fashion show. Remember, we are here today not only to have fun, but the serious bit is to raise money for the hospice. And as I've mentioned already, we'll be giving 10% of what we raise today to them, or 10% of our sales to them. If, when you're shopping there, you can't find something that you've seen that you want, i.e. somebody else has pitched it already, Donna and I will be wandering around with clipboards. So you just come and find us. We will take your name, your table number, and what you want. This is the first time we've ever done this, so this is all theory. And then Ellie and I are going to run up to the storage unit and into the shop whilst you're having lunch and hopefully present you with things so that you can try them on once the speaker is finished. We have a very salubrious changing room, which is basically the other side of this wall. It will be clear once you finish where you can go and change. Another reason for locking the doors is then you can slightly overspill from the changing room if you want to, and there will be no fear of anybody walking in, because the only male on the premises is Richmond and his big dogs down in the kitchen. So you can feel free to get your kit off wherever you want to. Can I have Ellie back, please? Now, this is a gorgeous outfit. Big round of applause for Ellie. We have stocked brown text trousers for a few years now. This is the first year we're stocking cords in them. These are cords, not jeans. We've got a pull-on version, which is quite generous. We've got these with the button and fly, which are not. So basically, go down the upper sides with these, down the sides of the cords. They're a fine weave cord, they've got a bit of stretch in them. The one that Ellie's wearing is a mid-rise, isn't it? But they're super comfy once you're in the right size, aren't they? And she's put a little bit of a roll on them because I think they're about 31 inches long, so if you've got long legs, you can go there. We're starting off with an 8, which will fit a small 8. Teamed up with the Caris. I can't remember who this bag's named after, but it's obviously named after somebody very lovely. I think Donna will be able to remind me. This is in the light beige. It's a great little rucksack. You can put over your shoulders, you can hold as a bag. I think they're about £66. And we have here one of our shackets. We had a denim one that arrived from Tunisia a few days ago. We haven't got online yet, so that's not with us. This is actually from MXO, which is our sort of entry-level brand that we get from Germany. So everything from MXO is a great price. This is £75 if you want to back me, darling. Do you 12? She's got the roll neck underneath, which is £40, and the brand text cords, which with the button and fly she's got on. We've got these in black. We've got walnut as a pull-on. They're £50. We have the Converse colours, so we've got walnut in that style, black in the pull-on, and we've got navy in both shapes. We can grab those at lunch if you want us to. Thank you very much indeed, Ellie. Now we have Alison, strutting her stuff. Now, Alison, I should have interviewed Ellie. I'll do that next time. I'll interview Alison. I haven't interviewed you, have I? No, we'll interview you. Right, now Alison normally wears these trousers in the longer length. This is the Iron 740. It's a pull-on trouser. They're like Marmite, these trousers. You either loathe them or you have hundreds of pairs. They are very, very easy care. You don't iron them, you just put them on a warm wash, hang them and pop them on. We've put her in a slightly shorter length just to show off her tan. We tease Alison, we call her the Duchess of York, because if you remember, there was a time when the Duchess of York rarely visited these shores. Georgie and Ellie probably won't understand that joke, but she clearly does know a thing or two about her job. She's actually a financial advisor. So when she is here, she works incredibly hard, don't you? And it's for the St James's. Obviously, she doesn't be minded today, she's not working, but if any of you have money to invest, she is one success. We're talking about her outfit. So this is the Barilonchi blazer, it's the one I live in, it's uber flattering, it's got shoulder pads, it's got a slight flare, and again, Alison does have a waist, so she goes in anyway, but if you didn't, it would still give you that shape. The top she's wearing is heavily influenced by Sainted Trinny, who always wears sparkles. And she always wears sparkles, even during the day, because it lifts your complexion. So as we age, we all need a little bit of help, especially if you're like me, that you live in black. So if I was wearing this dress to work, I wouldn't actually be wearing it like this. I'd have one of our collaring straps underneath, which are white, and they just break. So this would be a white Peter Pan collar that I would have underneath, but Brain Britain forgot to pick it up from the shop. Sparkle does the same thing, so it means that if you're addicted to black or you're addicted to navy blue and you really don't want to wear a body colour in the winter, if you wear a sparkly top during the day, it will lift the outfit that you're wearing. So your sparkly tops are not just for Christmas, ladies. We've got the barrel bag, which is £49. Are you going to do it well, or are you just going to march off with your jacket on? You're not taking your jacket off. You do what you want. Take your jacket off. Right, so we have the lovely jumper underneath. So you're going to take that back and show the lining. Just going to wander off, showing you the lining. These jackets are absolutely beautiful. Rosie and I have the same one. Is it 4 years old now? It must be 4 years old. It's my second Bariloche jacket. We've been stocking them for a decade. And the one I've got now still looks brand new. The sparkly jumper is £39, and the Ina trousers, which come in the 29, which we've got here, and the 31, which we can grab, are £58. Thank you very much indeed, Alison. And here we have Michaela. We had lots of these jackets until yesterday. We shouldn't plan these events till actually about midnight the night before, or we should shut the shop. So we've now got, I think, we've got a number of these left? I don't know. I think we've got about 3 of these left. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece, again from K Design. It's got that lovely Ralph Lauren feel, which is very, very on trend. But in my little world, never ever goes away, because I just love the way that he does everything. I've always loved Ralph Lauren. Are you going to take that off, or are you just marching up and down with it on? Oh no, we talk about what you do. So Michaela gave up work. She actually retired for a simpler lifestyle. Then she discovered Artichoke and Ariane Poole.
That's work.
How many jobs have you got now?
About 5.
But she is our resident skincare expert. So if you go to the blog, this is the lady who talks to you about Temple Spa products, and she is the reason that a lot of us have switched over, and also why our skin is probably in better nick than it used to be. I mean, I did a switch with great trepidation, because I've been the Clarence Queen since I was about 17, but Temple Spa just knocks it off the planet, really. And it's no more expensive, is it? I would say it's marginally cheaper.
It's very comparable to Deckville, Clarence and Jameson Price, if not slightly cheaper. Yeah.
So lovely, lovely products. Again, she's in here in a private capacity. She doesn't talk about skin all the time, but she will take your number if you want to talk to her. She's a great person to have on the end of the phone for advice if you're having skin issues. Right, the jacket, which you fell in love with the moment you saw it, is £129. If you want to, are you going to take it off on 12? So, we've got a dingly dangly. It's not here, it's in the shop. And Michaela is actually wearing a pair of our Angelica Magic Stretch jeans. So these are the jeans that have been on Lorraine 5 times. The first time we ever put them on the show, we didn't really know what was going to happen. And it crashed the platform. We did them through down out your high street. It actually crashed their platform. We sold, I think, 700 pairs of jeans in 3 minutes. And that's when we met Michaela in a very sort of disparate way. So, yeah, it also encouraged me to look seriously at having a website. Obviously, they work. So these are £72. We've got the roll neck, which is £40. The silver buckle belt, which is £24. And you look gorgeous, my darling. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Giorgio Armani describes jeans as representing democracy in fashion. I think They're great for women of all sizes and age groups, but with one very important but, and that is they must fit you. So I've already mentioned at Artichoke that we're doing this. We're not geared up to give you a fitting today, because it takes up to about half an hour, because we have to put you into lots of different jeans and we haven't got them all here. But if you want to have a jeans fitting, just pop into the shop any time apart from Thursdays, because Thursdays we're getting ready for our videos, and if anybody who's been in on Thursday will reaffirm that the service level deteriorates the nearer we get to 4:30. And if you're there at 4 o'clock, you're kicked out. So, which doesn't normally happen, but we are slightly focusing on Thursday. We are not stylists. We spend a lot of time dressing people. If you're unsure about life, if you want to find some newness in your wardrobe, please come into the shop. We are happy to pay dressing up with you all day, if that's what you want, putting you in different ideas, putting you in different outfits. If you walk away actually, not having bought a thing, we won't moan about you too much behind your back. Joking apart, if that's what you want to do, and if you feel a little bit less confident about life, if you look at Donna, she's great with petite ladies. I know what to do, but you'll look at me as if I'm mad, because obviously I'm a bit taller. And also, everybody who knew me before lockdown knows that I used to be 2 stone heavier as well. So that, I was slightly bigger. So again, I do know how to disguise tummies and bits and bobs like that. If, however, like me, you like shopping alone and in silence, I promise that nobody will bother you beyond just saying hello. Okay? So please pop into the shop anytime you're in the area. There's always a lot of laughter there too. Can I have the next model, please, who is Karen? And no applause that. With some rather stunning red boots. You're the only person I know apart from Don who's got red boots. They're fab. Now, the jeans Karen is in are not the jeans she would normally wear. These are our Dora jeans. They were designed for ladies with tummies who like rather wide-leg trousers. They are amazing on pear-shaped women. So if I just get Karen to turn round before she takes her scarf off, I'm just going to lift this slightly, and I'm going to show you that there's a partial elastication in here, which is designed to expand around the lady's tummy. But if you are pear-shaped, invariably you have a slightly dippy back as well, and you always have that hideous gap in the jeans. If you go down a size in the Dora, they've got enough stretch to go over your bottom and your thigh, but the elastication actually does the opposite to what it was designed for. It pulls the jeans into your back, so there's no gap. Also, because they're slightly wider, they balance out your leg. So they're not an obvious jean to go for, but that's why you have to trust us and let us bug you in different things so that we can find the one that you would not normally pick. So this gorgeous woolly scarf is, are you carrying it? Oh, I'm carrying it. You're carrying it. Is £20. Great gift idea. We've got lots of scarves today for gifts, for Christmas, if you can't find anything for yourself, as well as lots of handbags. So that's why we bought those as well. Just so you can do Christmas shopping. The Isabel, which is named after Rose's niece, which is £45, and the Fisherman's Jumper, which is fab. Now, we haven't brought the ecru with us because it doesn't cope well with lots of orange faces popping in and out of it. So you need to try that one in the shop. The navy will fare better. What everybody tends to be doing is sticking to their size for the navy and then going really oversized on the ecru. And that's what I've done. This looks great on you. Love it. It's a cotton jumper, so you won't die of heat stroke, but it's a nice weight for the winter, especially if you live in a Simmons household where this Simmons still hasn't bought any bloody oil. The divorce is on the horizon. He's been doing it now. He promised actually to buy it on Monday, and it's now Sunday, and we still don't have any. £59, £49, £20, £66. Do your stuff and try. Thank you very much indeed. Karen, she's going to wander down the past whilst I look at what I'm supposed to be doing next. I think Linda's going to come on as Karen's wandering back. Right, so Linda's going to walk right towards me, doing her stuff. I love you in this, my darling. So, are you in Magic Stretch? You are, aren't you? Linda has got a pair of Magic Stretch jeans on. These are her normal jeans. We've got them here today in chocolate grey, dark brown. She's teed it up with our khaki puffer gilet. We've also got this in black. I think you'll be seeing it in black in a minute. It's a very, very lightweight gilet. When I went to bring George home, George, my daughter's over there, she's recently moved back home, she's got a new job in Ipswich. We went to Liverpool so that I could window shop, and I was thrilled to see that at Artichoke you might be dressing a few old girls who live in Norfolk, but we are so on trend. Absolutely. Everything we bought was in all the really lovely high street shops in Liverpool, including lots and lots and lots of gilets. This is the year. Gilets and rollnecks, gilets and rollnecks. That's all you need to wear. We have got lots of the khaki, we've got lots of the black, so if people nab these quickly, don't panic. We can go pick up a load more at lunchtime. They're £75, the jumper is £40, and the Tree of Life scarf, which I think is a cashmere mix, this one, is £19. A lovely, lovely autumnal outfit. You'll notice that we have quite a lot of neutral colours here today for the first time for a long time. We've been talking about moving into more neutral colours for a couple of seasons now. It's finally happened, and you'll see it on the high street as well. So those of you who can embrace these colours and love them will shout for joy. Those of us who can't wear them easily will have to find a way of wearing them, but we did a video about that a few weeks ago, so just when you get home, have a little look on YouTube or Facebook and you'll find out how to wear a brown video. Thank you very much indeed. Can we have that, please? We do these weekly styling videos, ladies, and lots of lovely customers join with us. If you told us in 2019 that Donna and I would be video technicians, cameramen, models, and social media queens, we would all split our sides laughing, but it's been a strong and steep learning curve, and we're still doing it. We've learned how to reel, which has been, interesting. And we've just gone on to TikTok. I don't think we'll be spending a lot of time because it's it's mad. Don't go there. Right, the outfit. You've got 1975s on too, haven't you? You'll see, ladies, that lots of different women are coming in with these jeans in lots of different shapes. So this is why they're so popular. They're called the not too skinny skinny. They're 32 inches long. I've worn these jeans for a decade. I wouldn't wear any other jeans until we had our own made. So now I wear the 2021s too. They're £72. We've got another silver roll neck. The gilet. Can you bung it back on it? This is from Pomodoro. This is a cracking gilet because you go down at least 2 sizes. So you can buy it and wear it inside out. We had a big discussion about this. You like it done up, don't you? But lots of ladies have actually chosen to undo it and, no, just drop it, and take the press studs off. Because obviously you can't have it undone with the press studs off. But actually, if you take the press studs off, bung your hands in your pockets, it's a really nice, casual waistcoat. So this, I think, is £85. That's great. Thank you very much indeed. Now, although the theme of this fashion show, she said shouting whilst she tries to turn her page, has been back to basics, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. The thought process behind this collection this season was, we've all been tracking bottoms for 3 years now, we're going to have a limited budget. We won't want to spend it on lots of sparkly dresses. We'll want to top up with new jeans, new jumpers, new gilets. Then Ukraine was invaded and everybody realised that they couldn't have their heating on forever, so it became more pertinent. We do, however, every season buy a small selection of slightly smarter day wear and jackets for special occasions, such as a wedding or a day at bull races. We do not do mother of the bride. We don't have, well, I don't have the patience. I don't think anyone does. The son of doctors getting married, I strongly recommend the lovely shop in Norwich. These garments are slightly more expensive than the rest of the Artichoke collection. However, I am sure you will do your duty, ladies, and treat yourselves. Because my philosophy in life, and I have passed it on to my daughter, is that if we take care of the luxuries in life, the necessities have a habit of taking care of themselves. Can I have Ellie next, please? Another fab outfit. Christmas shopping in Norwich yesterday afternoon and whistled into here when she got the call just to try these on. What jeans have you got on? She's got jumping jeans on, okay? So these are a pull-on jean. I'm just going to put it, can we just put it up slightly when you're done? They're a pull-on jean with a super soft waistband. If, ladies, you have tummy problems, I know a lot of people have had surgery and it's quite difficult to, your tummy hurts afterwards, these are the perfect jeans for you because it's a soft waistband and it's high-waisted and you just pull them on. They're not great for pear shapes, they are actually designed for ladies with tummies, okay? I'm not suggesting that Ellie has a tummy, but I'm just saying, these are for ladies with tummies. So for those of you who loved your magic stretches 3 years ago and found out your tummy is slightly bigger than it was as a result of lockdown, but you've still got quite skinny legs, these are fab, okay? We're doing the 3 layers, 28, 30, 32, lots of colours, limited numbers here today, but we can grab them. Another woolly scarf for 19 quid. This was my favourite gilet last year. It's a very lightweight one. It's really an indoor gilet rather than tromping through the fields with. It's from Copenhagen, I think, part of the Signature House of Signature. It is £75. We've got it here in navy. It's also available in black. If you whistle that off, this is one of my favourite sweatshirts. Again, it's from Copenhagen. If you love a Breton, this is the perfect Breton. It is £65, and I just love the fact it's got the drop sleeve and it's got the puff here. So the shoulder detail is what keeps it on trend and updates your obsession with Bretons. Georgie has it, I have it. Do you have it yet, Ellie? Yeah. Well, you soon. You look lovely. Can you say what I said? Can you notice my patronising voice from in front of Ellie? It's my mummy voice. So she hasn't hit me yet. Ellie, darling. As I do it with George, and she's moved home, but she's leaving soon. She's had enough of mummy's voice. So she's moving out in about a month's time, and I get my studio back, so we're all happy. The next model is Alison. Now, we've broken this season's golden rule with these trousers in that no until they were online. And we've managed really, really well with everything. Nobody has been, we haven't sold any garment until it's gone online, so we don't have to endlessly recount. But these arrived the day before yesterday, and Alison looks so good in them that we've broken the rule. So they are an embossed pleather. If you look closely, there is a little pattern in them. You stick to your normal size because they are stretchy. They're really, really lovely. I had a similar pair last year, and they are £75. We've got a limited number because I wasn't sure what they were going to look like until they arrived, or the sizing, but I know I can get more. So don't go into a decline if we sell that today. I'll get some more next week on those. Those are going with Alison's because there are no 16s. But if you talk to her nicely, she might let you try hers on. This is the other puffer in black. Both Donna and I have got that. I think Donna's wearing hers today. They're so light. They're really, really lovely. Really, really lovely to wear. And again, for a black addict, if you just pop the colour underneath, then it lifts everything. So this is the orange roll neck from Rantex or Signature, I can't remember really which one. And we've teamed it up with the Libby bag. And again, I'll have a funny 5 minutes, and I can't remember who we named the Libby after. Donna will remember all this. She's much better at remembering things like that than I am. So this is a great winter outfit. It means you can wear the black you're addicted to. You just put a little bit of colour underneath to lift you. And yeah, you look gorgeous at that. Thank you very much indeed. And so we've got Kayla. These two we call the terrible twins because they have to diary date. They live in the same village and their wardrobe is virtually identical. So for the first few weeks, Donna and I were having nervous breakdowns trying to dissuade them from buying clothes that the other person bought, and then we realised they didn't care. So, what jeans have you got on? I forgot. So these are the 2021s. So they're higher waisted, slightly narrow in the leg. You haven't got a pair, have you? Yeah, they are really comfy, aren't they? Yeah. And we did have a bit of a hideous experience when we got the first lot, because all the zips were knackered. We sent them to Annabelle, and she said it was probably zips. So we had to send the first delivery back to Tunisia, but we have proper zips now. They will not fail you. Gorgeous, gorgeous colour. They do fade. The dark blue and the magic stretch actually keeps its colour for quite a long time. It always remains sort of like a dark blue. I've been wearing my sample. I've sort of sample pair I've been wearing since February. It fades. They fade to a mid-denim. So they do fade to a really, really nice colour. This is the Georgina, named after George over there. It's £96. It's also available in a black. And if you want to wander back, underneath it, Michaela has a striped Breton t-shirt, which we also have here in white and grey, and I think we've left in the shop in grey and pink, and navy and white and red and white. So we've got this in lots of different colours. T-shirt is £40, gilet is 96, Michaela bag is 72, jeans are 66. Thank you very much indeed, Michaela. Brings us to the end of our show. I sometimes wonder how Chanel had time. Maybe beckoned. Oh no, somebody lost it. Oh, we've got a little surprise for you. I sometimes wonder how Chanel had time to actually design any clothes. Because if you Google her, so many witticisms are attributed to her, as well as words of wisdom. Another one of my favourites is, I have to read this so I don't get it wrong, dress shabbily and they remember the dress. Dress impeccably and they remember the woman, which is so true, ladies, isn't it? You know, I've got women popping into my head that I'll never forget, and that's because they always look gorgeous when I see them. Lots of them are here today. And I do mean that sincerely, I'm not buttering you up. Right, can I please welcome you to, 6 months, haven't we? 6 women that I hope you won't forget in a hurry. Our lovely ones are coming on for their final hurrah. They will all be wearing heavy knit gilets and coatigans to show you how many different colours we have and how versatile they are. So we've got Carolyn, we have Ellen, we have Linda, we have Anne, we have Rocky, still I can't believe their names that. We have got Janet, we've been way to wear on too. And then we have Donna with hers belted. So thank you very much indeed, ladies. We don't know the terrible twins already. We've got a surprise for you. We might have to chat amongst ourselves. She did just shit around, did she? Over there. Finally, we have the terrible twins who are ready for that. This is a new range for us. It's in Nara nightwear. The robes are £45 and the pyjama sets are £45 as well. Slippers, teddies and hot water bottles are on its own. Thank you very much indeed.